thought I'd try doing a bit of an update about my little MB. I took the radiator off about 2 weeks ago because the top radiator mount, which literally just bolts from the top tank to the engine, cracked. So hopefully getting that repaired, because she was leaking, poor girl. The exhaust manifold is just about holding together. She has got a bit of a blow, but nothing to worry about. She'll be fine. And new earth strap. I've been trying to get some of the wiring to work. The low beams are still causing me grief, but the exhaust got replaced at some point in its life because it blown out the back, and then this one was thrown in the cab when I had it. But at some point I think it blown out the back and it melted all the wires. So before I made the new loom, or try to, I've just tried to connect it all up and see if I can get something to work. But wiring gremlins on a 40-year-old mbtrac isn't exactly the nicest thing to be playing around with. As you can tell, there's bits everywhere. I don't really know what's going on with it, because even though I've put new fuses in, I've managed to get it to work on main beam, but it won't work on dip. As soon as you connect the earth, I lose all voltage, and it's like, so I've obviously got something weird going on, but I'll get there. But she must be drawing some serious power, because the fuses aren't blowing but they're melting, which isn't the best thing you want in a wiring circuit, but I'll figure it out. And then when it comes to the back end, my these are large chassis mbtrac tail lights and housings, which I cut down and reshaped to match the small chassis tail light design, but basically they're the same depth but about an inch wider, so you can fit the new style and a lot cheaper tail lights to the mbtrac 800. So I have managed to get the side lights and the indicators working, which is something, but that's about it so far. I've got some, I seem to, if you put your foot on the brake, I get 12 volts at the brakes until you touch the earth on it, and then the 12 volt just disappears. So what that is, I don't really know. I am wondering whether I should have a look behind my trailer plug socket, because that looks a bit manky, and the wiring does go into the back of a plug socket, and then it kind of like distributes out from each side. So the back of the cab seems to be getting worse, but back in the day, originally, this old girl, she had a mounted sprayer, so when it had the big tank and the big fold up arms, it must have all dripped and run down the back of the cab, so it's like rotted the cab out. But I'm trying to do all the mechanical things and get that working first, because last year she had all new discs and pads all round, so she actually stops now. She's had new handbrake cables, because this old girl, she's got a manual handbrake, unlike the later ones which had all your air operated. So I do have some sort of handbrake on it, which is quite nice. this door seems to be faring a lot better. It's nowhere near as rotten. Whereas if I go down to the driver's side, or the left hand side, she's showing signs of wear. But I'm not too fussed. So, but all the front linkage is working fine. The front PTO, now I've actually put it all on, it does work, but I've still got a problem with the air slave cylinder for the PTO clutch, so it's not exactly working. My Hadley's, the air solenoid's knackered again, but I might take that off and just replace it with a 12 volt just normal horn, because yeah, they're great, but that's the second solenoid, but I think it's because it's upside down. They don't love life, and I can't seem to find a heavier dutier one unless you go to the massive ones which you get on the wagons. But I don't really want to go to a massive one on the wagon just for this, but so I'm tempted to take it all off. Apart from that though, which is a nice old bus. This side light and indicator works, by the way, with all the wiring, but this one doesn't, and they're not exactly easy to get off. Someone's already been here and drilled the tops off the screw holes, but it's that tight. It's like the only way you get it off is you have to smash it, and they're about £100 just to get the new indicator lens. So I might just have to go without that working. I think that's just old mbtrac life. So yeah, overall, it's been another bit of a winter poking around and trying to get it a bit closer to where I'd like it for this spring and summer. But it would just be nice to have an mbtrac with some lights on it, even though we only use it around the farm and stuff at the moment. Having lights is quite nice sometimes. It'd be nice to get the brake light to work, and I really don't know what's up with that. It's just annoying when you get wiring faults, but I'll get there. But we had the trailer behind it, which I welded a whole floor in it the other year, and she goes real nice behind the MB. It's just the right size. So yeah, little update. I don't really know what more to say about this hog deal. The link arms also didn't work when the last time I had it running, but I think she's just a bit low on hydraulic fluid, because I think I've got something going on with this lift ram. So that's something I need to have a look at, but I can't until I get the radiator back. So apart from that, she's doing pretty well. Right, that'll do, I think. Thanks.